Hello everyone, Lucas here from the Prop Guide. Today I'll be answering a few frequently asked questions about HDB resale flat as a current owner thinking of moving. Let's begin. Number 1. When you sell your current HDB flat and buy another property, do you need to pay HDB resale levy? It's a pretty lengthy answer, please bear with me. It depends on your current HDB flat and what type of property you are going to buy. Basically, you need to pay a resale levy if you dispose of your subsidized flat and then buy a second subsidized flat from HDB or an EC unit directly from developer. You do not need to pay a resale levy if you're buying a HDB resale flat without grants or private residential property. So the key is, what is a subsidized flat? If you have previously bought a new flat from HDB, which is BTO, sale of balance flat, DBSS flat, or an EC, executive condo, from a developer, or receive a CPF housing grant, it is a subsidized flat. I'll leave the link in the description below so you can check out more. To sum it up, if you bought a HDB BTO or even resale flat and you have taken the CPF housing grants, and then when you want to buy a second resale HDB flat or even a private property, you do not need to pay any resale levy. And in fact, you get to keep all of the grants that you have taken the first time round, contrary to popular belief. Second question, what is a second HDB housing loan? Let's say you have bought your first HDB flat, either BTO or resale, with a HDB loan, and now you like to right size or upgrade to another HDB flat, and you're thinking of getting another HDB loan to pay for that. In this case, this will be your second HDB loan. The loan amount will be reduced with your CPF refund and up to 50% of the cash proceeds from the sale of the existing HDB flat. Generally, flat buyers can keep the greater of 25,000 or 50% of the cash proceeds, and HDB will take into account the remaining parts of the cash proceeds when determining the quantum of the second HDB housing loan. So instead of the usual 85% maximum loan to value for your first HDB loan or 75% max loan to value for bank loan, in some cases, if you choose to take bank loan, you could actually get to keep more cash from your sale proceeds. Third question, what is Contra? In HDB lingo, the proper term is Enhanced Contra Facility. This is one of the options you can take to sell your current home and buy a HDB resale flat using the sale proceeds and refunded CPF monies. All of the CPF refunds will go into your new house first, and you can use your cash proceeds to pay the remaining. However, you have to use HDB loan. And HDB may not approve your Contra application in the following cases. Number 1, if your current home or the new resale flat has a mortgage in favor of a financial institution. Or number 2, where a private lawyer has been engaged, as seen sometimes in divorce cases. The pros of using Contra, you may not need to come out with a lot of cash because you can directly use the sale proceeds from your current house. You also get to have completion for both units on the same day. And if you have asked for extension for your sale, you may not need to rent. For cons, you may have limited options because you cannot find a buyer or a seller who needs to do Contra. I have also helped clients who have taken bank loans to upgrade their move in a similar timeline where they can sell their current HDB flat, buy their next home without any renting interim. Though they will need to have sufficient funds and resources to purchase their new flats first because the sale proceeds will only come in upon completion. Ultimately, the most appropriate solution will depend on your specific needs and situation. Fourth question, if I buy a resale flat with grant, do I count as a first timer or second timer if I want to BTO? Unfortunately, you will count as a second timer. These questions will focus on upgrading from HDB to condo. Number 1, what is the allowance period to sell my HDB after buying condo to avoid the ABSD? If you have purchased the condo first before selling, you have to pay the ABSD first and then apply for remission when you have sold your HDB flat within 6 months. And if you are considering resale condo and have not bought yet, we actually have a solution so that you do not need to pay any ABSD at all. Number 2, what is the timeline like for upgrading from my HDB flat to a condo? I would say it will take about a minimum of 6 to 7 months. 3 months for your sale process for HDB, 3 months for your extension where you can stay in your current flat and renovate and move to your new condo. Number 3, how is it like buying a condo? When do I need to pay the down payment? After getting your bank IPA, you can proceed to go for units, and once you see a unit that you like And after negotiations, you can ask your agent to issue
an offer to purchase
seller, stating the price and terms with 1% option fee. If they are not agreeable, they will return the option fee to you. And once the seller is agreeable, they will issue an option to purchase, called OTP, and accept your option fee. This option to purchase gives you the right to purchase the property with the agreed price and terms. And in the OTP, you will have the option period and stating the option expiry date where the option fee will be forfeited if the OTP is not exercised by then. So please be sure about your decision before placing the option fee, because if you back out, your option fee will be forfeited to the seller. And that's also why getting a bank IPA beforehand is so important. There have been cases of interested buyers placing the option fee for a property only to give it up when they realize their borrowing capacity cannot cover the remaining cost of the home. And once you receive your OTP from the seller, you can email the documents to your appointed lawyer to do the paperwork, and they will advise you accordingly for the next steps. You also need to secure the bank loan of your choice by getting a letter of offer from them and sign the acceptance before you exercise the option. The next step is to exercise your OTP, 4% exercise fee. The OTP is usually valid for 14 days, during which the seller is not allowed to sell the property to any other prospective buyers. Note that the option fee and exercise fee must be fully paid in cash, not with your CPF funds or bank loan. And after you exercise the OTP, the completion period will take about 10 to 12 weeks, where your lawyer and the seller's lawyer will have to settle all the conveyancing matters. And following that, you also have to pay the remaining down payment. If this is your first housing bank loan and your income is eligible, you can actually loan up to 75% of the value or purchase price, whichever is lower, of your home. And the rest of the cost of your home, which is 20%, have to be paid upfront with cash and or CPF. You're also liable to pay buyer's stamp duty and or additional buyer's stamp duty, if applicable, within 14 days of exercising the OTP. This can be paid via bank transfer, NETS, cash check, or gyro to IRAS. And that can be reimbursed back from your CPF upon completion, which the lawyer can help you to do so. Depending on your lawyer, they also can collect their lawyer fees from your CPF OA savings. And once the completion date is out, you can head down to your law firm to collect the keys. So I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them, and I will do my best to assist. Thank you.